Hello, friends. Good to be back again. I hope you've all been well. And today I'd like to touch on a passage from the Bible, from the book of John 11, chapter 11, verses 38 to 44. It's the story about Jesus resurrecting Lazarus from the grave. And my title for today's message is Do Not Block Your Miracle. Um, God works in the supernatural. We should not limit ourselves to the natural and miss the supernatural. The world works in the way that is predictable. God has set the rules in place in this world, and a miracle happens when God overrules the rule or the law which He has made. We should not delay or deny God's supernatural intervention into our situation. As human beings, we are so used to the natural that we reject the supernatural. My message today is to tell you to stop blocking your miracle. In the passage, Mary and Martha had called upon Jesus to heal their sick brother, Lazarus. But what happened is Jesus delays his going to their home, and Lazarus dies. Both the sisters were very upset, and they questioned Jesus when he arrived at their home, saying that their brother would have lived had Jesus been there earlier. We too can associate ourselves to the similarity of the two sisters, especially when God does not answer our prayers when we want Him to. We blame God when our prayers are not answered. And in the above story, we see that Jesus was moved by emotion, so much so that He wept. He shared the pain of Mary and Martha. However, Jesus' emotions did not affect His theology and His purpose on earth. His commitments to God's truth would override His emotions. He issues a command and says, "Remove the stone." And what happened is Martha questioned Jesus, saying there would be a stench as Lazarus had been dead for 4 days. She had human logic which was correct. But then Jesus replied, "Did I not tell you that if you believe, you would see the glory of God?" So those who were there then removed the stone, and Jesus thanked God that the people standing around and watching would believe that God had sent him. Our miracles are blocked when human logic overrides the supernatural, even though it may be correct. We have to believe in the supernatural and the spiritual and leave behind the natural. God has a revealed will and a secret will. He will only show us His secret will after we have shown our faith in Him. The Bible tells us His ways are not our ways, and His thoughts are not our thoughts. So what happened then? The people removed the stone, and Jesus called out in a loud voice, "Lazarus, come out." Jesus was very specific when He called out Lazarus' name. Otherwise, probably other dead people in the tombs nearby may have also risen. So Jesus was very specific. And Jesus already knew that Lazarus would rise up from the dead, as He had mentioned in verse 4. This sickness will not end in death. No, it's for God's glory. so that God's Son may be glorified through it. He was looking for the faith and obedience of the people around him to exercise their faith in God. When Lazarus came out, Jesus called the others to help remove the strips of cloth around Lazarus' body and face. Lazarus was alive, but not liberated. Hence, Jesus had to ask those people around to untie all the cloth around Lazarus' body. By doing so, God wanted those around to participate in the miracle as well. We are workers together with Him. God doesn't do the supernatural to show off, but He wants His name to be glorified. So when we get our miracle, we should also give God glory. So I hope in whatever situation we are in, that we exercise our faith and believe in the supernatural of God's power, and we should not block our miracle. I hope you're blessed by this message, and I wish you a blessed day. But before I end, the Lord bless you, the Lord keep you, the Lord make His face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. The Lord lift up His countenance upon you and give you His shalom peace. Have a blessed day. Amen.